Welcome to the Raven Space on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is Raven Space Mailbag, where we answer your questions about the Baltimore Ravens. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm excited. I'm super excited about this. Let you guys know that because there's a bye week, there will be some great things for you guys. Of course, I can't do highlight videos and stuff like that because there was no game. But I will tell you guys that there will be 2 mailbags, one on Monday, and I believe another one on Thursday. And I'll do 2 Raven Space breakdowns just for you guys. So that would be pretty awesome. So let's hop into the first question. Please subscribe to the Raven Space on YouTube for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. We're going to hop right in to the first question from Cooper. And Cooper asks, I'm sorry, a lot of people in the comments have been talking about my accent. So Cooper asks, how would you rate our defense at the halfway mark? Thank you so much for your question, Cooper. The defense is okay. Now, okay, they're a little better than okay. I'll give you guys that. I know a lot of you guys are going to hate me for this, but coming into the season, my expectations were just as high as your expectations. I thought we were going to have one of the top defenses in the league. You guys can go back in my videos. I literally have mailbag videos where someone asks me how good is our defense going to be, and I literally say a top 3 defense. Like, I literally say that. But with a combination of injuries and for some reason not being able to stop the run, the defense is just not as good as we thought. It's a very average defense right now. Again, currently we're not better than the Steelers defense, and we're not better than the Bengals defense. And you guys can be mad at that, but look at the stats. They speak volumes, right? And I'm very disappointed in the Ravens defense. Now, a lot of that is caused by the Ravens offense, right? When you go 3 and out 10 times a game, then, you know, your defensive players, who are usually more, like, not as athletic, right? Offensive players are more athletic, especially at the skill positions. Defensively, you're less athletic. Now, the one thing that defense has over offense is that the pass rushers, I think, they're the greatest athletes in football and maybe in sports. Players like Terrell Suggs, who often carry 260, or right ends who play in other teams, who often carry like 300 pounds and still can do everything. That's super athletic. But Brandon Williams is not that guy. Brandon Williams gets tired. Our defensive tackles, our 3-4 defensive tackles, they get tired. And when that happens, the run game starts to suffer. You see a lot of times where the Ravens defense is bend but don't break the first 3 quarters, and then the 4th quarter it breaks because they just tired. So I'm not impressed with the defense. Very forgettable year all around, in my opinion. We do lead the league in turnovers, but that only works if you can convert those turnovers. So, and the Ravens just can't. Thank you so much for your question. Now we're going to go to the next one. And this next one is from Nelson. And Nelson's question is, do we have any potential Pro Bowlers on offense? Thank you so much for your question, Nelson. And yes, we do. This is some bright spots. We do have 2 Pro Bowlers, in my opinion, on offense. One is Ronnie Stanley, left tackle, has been playing amazing. Ronnie Stanley's been playing so well that I'm really ready to say that he is a premier left tackle in the league. He does have bad games, and when he has bad games, they're very bad. I think last game I thought was a bad game from him. But when he is having a good game, they're very good, and I think he is ready to mature into a premier left tackle in the NFL. The second player is going to surprise you guys. It surprised me. Is Ryan Jensen. Jensen has been playing excellent at the center position. And again, you can go and check mailbags and anything else. I said that Jensen was going to be a terrible player. I was wrong. He proved me right. Congratulations. Jensen deserves to be a Pro Bowler. In my opinion, he is around the 4th, the 3rd best center in the NFL. I'm sorry about that. Best center in the NFL. And I think he deserves a shot at the Pro Bowl. But that's it. Receivers don't deserve a Pro Bowl bid. A lot of you guys are going to say running back, but it's not about just being good. It's about, one, are you better than everyone else in the league? And if you're not better than everyone else in the league, are you a top 5 player at that position? He's not. Alex Collins is good. He has a very high yards per carry, but he has to beat Le'Veon Bell, which he is not. Le'Veon Bell deserves it over him. LaShawn McCoy, who deserves it over him. Kareem Hunt, who deserves it over him. Kareem Hunt plays for the Chiefs. He's a rookie, but he's playing very, very well. And those are just 3. I didn't even name other players like Leonard Fournette, who's in the AFC, who's just better than him, right? So those are 4 players just off the top of my head, right? And only one AFC team can make it to Super Bowl. So at least 3 of those players will be ahead of Alex Collins. So, sorry guys, only 2 Pro Bowlers on offense. But on defense, we have a lot more. We're going to go to the next question, and this question is from Leandre. And Leandre asks, what is one easy adjustment the offense can make in order to be better? Thank you so much. I'm going to give you 2. And I'm going to give you 2 because I think you guys deserve to. Because you guys are awesome. Special shout out to Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome as well. Even more awesome, in my opinion. But let's go. We're going to go. The 2 things that you can do to make the offense better quickly. First, let's start with the easy one. Give the ball to Alex Collins more. I want Alex Collins to have 20 carries a game. 20 carries a game. If he has 20 carries a game, your offense is more on track. For some reason, I don't think this season he's broken 20 except for against the Dolphins, which he had over 100 yards and was the best player on the team. Give this man the ball. Let this man play. I know that they're a little hesitant. The Ravens always do this. Even last year when Ken Dixon was coming on and people started to see how good he was, they pulled Ken Dixon back for some reason. 2 years ago when Buck Allen was the #1 running back and was performing well, they started pulling Buck Allen back and didn't give him the carries. It's weird. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they need to stop it and let the running backs run. And this is what you saw that Gary Kubiak do with Justin Forsett, I believe. He let the running back run, and Justin Forsett's not a great back, but he was able to get yards without being contacted, like 3, 4. And when you're at 4 yards and you're already at the linebackers and no one's giving you contact, you can break those, and that's what we need to do. We got to give him the ball more. The second thing, be quick before we move on to the next topic. Let Joe Flacco throw to every place on the field, okay? Let him throw to deep outs to the right, deep outs to the left. Let him throw deep comebacks. Let him throw down the middle. Let him throw up the seams. Let him throw all these different places. Right now, 70% of his throws are behind the line of scrimmage. And when I say that, I mean, it feels like all his completions happen in the flats. You can't do that, especially with tight ends who are not as athletic as other tight ends in the league. Now, if you have a Travis Kelce, you give that ball to Travis Kelce whenever you can. You have a Gronk, do what you can. When you have a Ben Watson, a 37-year-old man, stop. Okay, don't do it. Find Macklin, find Wallace. There should be no reason why when Macklin has 8 catches, Wallace has 1. Let's go. Can I spread the wealth? They both can run routes. You know, spread the wealth. So those are the 2 things. Give the ball to Alex Collins more, and let Joe Flacco use his entire arsenal of throws, right? Because when you don't, defensive backs sit on it and get interceptions. So now we're gonna move on to the last question. And this question comes from Benjamin. Thank you so much. And Benjamin asks, should we consider shutting down Joe if it is obvious that we will not make the playoffs? Thank you so much for your question, Benjamin. The answer is no. This is football. We don't do that in football. Now, if he has a serious injury, maybe, but you lose. That's how you lose a locker room, to be 100% honest. When you have a player that can play, but you choose not to play because either you want to protect your job or you want to protect that asset, which is the quarterback in this scenario, it's too much. You can't do that. Can you imagine Tony Jefferson, Eric Weddle, Terrell Suggs, especially Terrell Suggs, who's a player who has, if he's not retiring after this season, he has 1 more season left. And you're going to go out there and tell him to rush the passer full speed when you're literally giving up, right? Brian Mallett is not going to win these games, I don't think. So I would say no. Don't shut down Joe. Football is the ultimate team sport. In baseball, you can shut down a pitcher. You have 6 more, right? You can shut down a pitcher. And they don't play every game. right? So again, you would get upset if your pitcher played every game and then you shut him down halfway through the season because they're not, you don't want him to get hurt. You would be upset, but he only pitches 20 times a season, a little bit more than 20, but you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. In the NBA, there's only 5 players on the court. So, if you do what you got to do to protect that star because they're so important. But in football, you don't do that. You play and you give your team a chance to win, and that's what they should do. Thank you for your question, though. And that has been the end of today's mailbag. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe to the Raven Space on YouTube for the best content on the internet. Special shout out to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.